Ichigo, come through my door of magic bullshit if you dare! I am evil! Okay, you know, you watch giving the old traditional fucking evil speech and all that, and pretty much trying to fuck with his mind, although I feel like more that's fucking with her mind right now, though, than what you watch his speech is the ending, which, you know, I've already mentioned a little bit already. I've done a separate video for it, that we, you know, the Bleach, it's ending, and it's like, you know, people are saying, like, oh, it's gonna be 20 chapters. No, that's dumb as fuck. Like, honestly, if you think about how much stuff we still got left to resolve, and this has even come from me, you know, even me not being the biggest, like, fucking Bleach fan out of everyone and all that, I can still feel, like, you know, that's, like, not what's going to happen. I feel like we're still going to have more, but this chapter being titled The End, like, why, after with the last one, and you watch immediately absorbing both the Quincy powers and also as well his hollow powers that was mixed alongside it, and just everything turning into pure white as he thinks of his mother, and also as well the hollow inside of it. Honestly, from what I saw of like last week's chapter, I thought honestly it was a blood vein that was kind of being activated from what it looks like, but it's also going around the entire like area, and he's just like absorbing it, and still Ichigo on the floor, giving up, and you watch him to love this. He's like, yeah, I'm loving this shit, and creates like a giant nuclear fucking bomb as it looks like. And whilst this was going on, Uryu was defeated by Harshwell, and he asks him and all that, you know, like, you know, with all, like, why exactly and all that, you know, did you do everything and all that, you know, like, and like he was explaining and all that, saying, you know, joy and all that, being like helping with my friends and all that, it would bring me immense joy, and you know, me bonding with them and all that. My decision was to be with them, but it wasn't too like. And he was saying like, did you do this out of gain? Did you do this out of some worth and all that? And he's like, I simply did it because they're my friends. And Harshwell's reaction just was like, the motherfucker looked pissed as anything. Like he was gonna fuck it, like you just like told it, like he was gonna fuck your mom or something like that. It's like, Christ. And it's just like, you were so graciously accepted and taken in by my majesty and all that, and then you did like so without ever expecting to give up on anything on your end and all that. And it's like, you shall give your life like for him. And whilst that happens, out of everything, immediately he takes all the powers from like all of like the Quincy's. Same thing with like Gerard, the fucking miracle, immediately turns into a skeleton. So, as I'm gonna ask, what was the fucking point of this fight then? What was the fucking point? Ah! So, yeah, like, it was just like the Gerard thing, pretty much, he's done. That's it, he's dead. Like, great, we wasted a bunch of chapters fighting something that was just going to be defeated by what, like, we don't see if like Harshwell's turned into a skeleton or not, like, but it seemed like the powers have cut, like, since like obviously the scales and all that return to one another. I don't know if that exactly was, but still, like, obviously with the balance as well, that he's probably going to get that as well. So question is, it's like Harshwell just now just going to turn back into that, and it's just like, the thing is that when he immediately like gained like all his powers back, and he just looked up like from the sky, and it's just like makes that portal, and he's like, farewell Ichigo, and I no longer have neither you or my children the stern rears, and you will just sit back and watch as I bring ruin to Soul Society and like literally the real world. Rukia and Renji arrive at probably the worst possible timing I think I've seen in a good long time, where they just like, they look at it up the stairs, and it's just like, wow. And he's like, this is insulting that you have insignificant pests. I'm like, fuck me. Fuck me, man. Like that. It's just like, look, if you want to come in here and all that, if you, like, I'm amazed if you could take even one more step from there, I will bestow you upon the most exaggerated and luxurious death you've ever imagined, and I will find a future, the one moment in time where each of you feel the greatest amount of joy and happiness, and that is there, I shall slaughter you. And it's like, every time you indulge in your own happiness, you think of my words, and when you do, you will remember my looming shadow, the terror of death I promise you for all eternity. And that's how it ends, and fuck me, well, isn't that a way to go say, you can go and try? It honestly sounds like what he's going to be doing, like, in a way, is like, almost like what the anti-spiral did in Gurren Lagann. Like, where he just, like, gave everything that they wanted happiness, but instead, he's just going to take you out of that world, and he's going to slash you, and he's going to fuck you up, and that's what he's going to be doing. So, that's honestly, like, the chapter. Like, I don't hate it as much as I did last week. I will say that much. I don't hate it as much as what I did last week. I mean, I was wrong. I thought honestly Ishin and all that was going to arrive, although the pacing could be said that, you know, it was still kind of very slow pace for a good majority of it. Like, seeing that, since, like, what happened was that, you know, Watch decided to take all his powers back. The Jiraiya, like, the miracle thing is just like, oh, that's the one thing I'd be like, I'm right. What was the fucking point? what was honestly the fucking point if he was just going to be doing, like, it wasn't, the thing is, it wasn't even off-screened. It was just, like, just taking his powers away. Well, that was completely fucking useless now, wasn't it? Like, that's just how it fucking, like, that felt like to me. And even though with the Hashwell, though, so it's like, considering that, you know, we've still got so much to color up in the series, you know, we've still got the whole eyes, and we've got Ishin, we've got Ryukin, to the whole thing to color up and all that, we've got that, Ichigo obviously coming back and the fight, but the question is, though, a lot of people are thinking about, like, how quick that, you know, this ending is going to be, and I feel like, you know, a lot of people are thinking that because of how quick the Aizen fight was, because, like, I believe, like, it was, like, the whole thing was called Decide, and when that happened, it was, like, what, 4 chapters or so, like that, I think, like, the Aizen fight with Ichigo was, it wasn't very long, if I remember. So I'm very curious about that. Is like, you know, is that just going to be the same where like Ichigo's going to come back with like his powers, and now that he's had his like his hollow side and his like Quincy side separated, which is, you know, so the only things that he's got left, I'm kind of laughing a little bit, is that he left the fucking the Fullbring side. It's like, even fucking your watch don't want that shit. Even your watch don't want that fucking dog shit of fucking powers. It's like, nah, Ichigo, you can keep the fucking the Fullbring, like all that Quincy, you can keep all that stuff. I don't want none of that bullshit like that. So it's, I don't know, I just found it fucking hilarious in my eyes, like that was the main reason like that happened. And just other than that, it's like, yeah, like I think the chapter's okay, I think it's fine, but even still, it's just like Ichigo gave up. It's still that thing. Ichigo gave up, and the Jirard part is like, wow. Those are chapters that were just fucking wasted. Those are absolute chapters that were fucking wasted like that for an opponent that didn't even get beaten by, like, not by Byakuya, not by Hitagaya, not by Kenpachi, defeated by fucking your watch yourself. Same thing with Hashwell, and it's just like, wow, that's what we get. So other than that, like, I feel like the whole, it balances it out, like, ironically, with, like, the Yawash speech. I think the Yawash speech is fucking fantastic. I think that's, like, a really cool part on there, and it's, like, definitely intimidating. Although it definitely does feel a lot like when Aizen went in that hole, when you saw when Ichigo saw him like that, when he was going to the real world like that. It feels awfully a lot like that. So I think, honestly, the two balance it out, and to be fair, I'm going to give it a 5 this week. I think, like, it's a lot better improvement than what I thought last week with, like, that chapter. But regardless of what, like, you know, there are problems with the Jirard and Hashwell just being done like that. Like, it wasn't Uryu that beat him, wasn't fucking Hisakaya or Byakuya or any of them that beat him. It was Hashwell himself. Like, he, like, you know, like, out of everything and all that, like, it wasn't any of it. It was your watch. Your watch took it down themselves, and it's just like, well, you know, I just can't help but feel like some of these fights are a bit fucking pointless now. Like if they weren't even, like, no progression was made anyway with them and all that. But, you know, Uryu admitted to himself and all that, like, you know, I did like this. So overall, I am going to give it a 5 this week. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. But that's all from me. So thank you very much for watching. As always, hopefully next week's Bleach chapter is, like, really good and all that. And, you know, I know a lot of people are going to be really high-achy right now. And, you know, I feel the same way as well, where it's like, you know, Bleach is ending, you know, soon and all that, and it's like, you know, the time's drawing near and all that, and it's just like, we'll have to wait and see. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. That's all from me from those. So thank you very much for watching as always, and I'll see you guys though next time.